Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective, the collective for today. Today is Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. You do not need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. I always get like little fuzzies on my neck when I walk. What is that? Like I get sweaty. Ugh. We're going to use the Fearless Familiars deck. J. Edward Neal. You can find this at shadowartfinds.com. Sorry if you can't see it. I didn't want to turn on the light. It's already warm in here. I got the windows open and we're grooving. Yeah. I like not having the air on, but it just gets so freaking hot. I got all the fans on. We got 2 on the table. 3 on the table. Somebody's protecting their peace. I like that. You know I like that. We got 5 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles after this. Oh, we might actually get a good spread. Because it's like they all want to fall out. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. This was last night. If you didn't watch last night's collective, go watch it. It was about someone's ex watching their success and being indignant. 2 more shuffles. This is interesting. So this one came out sideways, but it's more aiming towards the reverse. So I'm going to take in the reverse, and this one is for sure in the reverse. Okay, two people. One that pretends to be a king. Okay, doesn't have to be masculine, could be feminine, but we're just going to call him the king. Someone that pretends to be a king. And someone that pretends to be innocent are watching somebody else at peace and happy and are very, 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 last shuffle, very distraught. And I'll say this again, and I will say this every fucking reading if I have to. First of all, quit watching other people's success and build your own. And second of all, don't get mad at other people for their success. Oh my gosh. The ridiculousness of it all. 8 on the table. 9 with bottom of the deck. These 2 could have a secret that they're keeping quiet. That this secret could come to light. And when it comes to light, it's going to hit like, I just heard a fireball. This is ridiculous. I I know typically when I use the fearless familiars, we get those kind of like karmic toxic stories. So I expect that. I hate seeing that in a reading. I hate it. Bottom of the deck is untouchable. I think they look at this person as untouchable. Top of the deck is Fury. The Conqueror, the Charmer. There's fury over the fact that this person is untouchable. This was the 5th card to fall out. I'm actually picturing like an opossum, but you look at this cat and they got their back up, right? Like they're doing scaredy cat, but sometimes cats do scaredy cat like when they're pissed off and they're like, but I'm actually I'm actually picturing like a big ass possum, a possum, however you want to phrase that, however you want to. I think it's opossum, right? Like you're supposed to say opossum. Like hissing and spitting and like, you know, like they just want to be left alone. They just want to eat their bugs and be left alone to live. That's it. Just leave the possums alone. They're doing good out there. They're constantly getting run over by idiots. There's also, so bottom of the deck, there's bottom of the deck. There's also fearsome after this untouchable. Whoever this king in reverse, this novice in reverse, like not only do they not understand why somebody's untouchable, I mean they do, right? Like basically at the core of their being, they know why this person is untouchable, but they pretend like, oh, I don't understand why when we put spells on them or we send them the evil eye, like it never seems to work. Don't you though? Don't you? I'm gonna set this over here. They're fearful. Whoever this king is, whoever this novice is, they're fearful because A, they have a secret, and B, they know the secret's going to come out at some point. And they're fearful because whoever this person is that they're watching, be happy. They should be fearful. They should be. Okay, we got the adept. We've got bliss. I think that came out last night too. I can't remember exactly. We've got the guardians. This person is highly protected. What do I always say? Point blank period. Protected. Point blank period. Protected. We've got the lover. So you can look at this person as a lover. The king and the novice in reverse could be their ex-friends, ex-lovers, whatever the case. Again, there's indignation surrounding this lover. From the king in reverse, the novice in reverse. We've got the swift, and we got the secret. And like I said, when this secret comes out, when it hits, it's gonna come. It's like a fireball. It's gonna be like, bam. It's gonna be like almost like a meteorite or something striking the earth. Like it's gonna hit and it's gonna explode, or technically implode from the inside out, right? And feminine, masculine takeout resonates. pardon me. They know the reason. Here's the thing. Deep down inside, whoever this king in reverse is, whoever this novice is, whatever they've done, whatever they've worked on together, they know. They absolutely know that this lover is protected, that this lover is blessed, that they are of the divine, I guess you would say. I was watching a reading by one of my favorite readers yesterday. I absolutely adore him. He's one of those readers, like again, you guys know, I watch collectives, okay? I always watch collectives by my favorite readers. I watch Gemini readings because I'm a Gemini, Virgo because I'm a Virgo rising, and Aries because I'm an Aries moon. So when I watch this man's readings, like I always feel like there's never enough because he'll do a Gemini reading like once, maybe like once a month. So a Virgo reading once a month, an Aries reading once a month. He'll do collectives like maybe one a week, one every 2 weeks, something like that. You know, the man makes a living. Like he works and stuff. So um his life doesn't revolve around giving free readings, nor should it for anybody, nor should it, not for any reader, because they do not have to give free readings if they don't want to. Here's the thing. He had made a comment because he did a collective reading yesterday, and he tapped into some pretty negative energy, somewhat like this, about people coming up against a star, basically, and trying to send evil eye and do spells and trying to like keep somebody stuck and trying to take somebody's money, their abundance, trying to get somebody pregnant so they can keep them under their thumb. All kinds of crazy shit came out in his reading. And he said on there, he said they realize that someone is protected by God. And when you try and go against someone that is protected by God, you're not just going against this person. You're going against God. And some people don't really recognize the meaning of that until it's too late. And that's why I always say, like, you use your magic for good. You use your manifestations for good for yourself. Quit throwing shit at other people. Quit trying to bring other people down when you could be rising yourself. Use that to put yourself where you want to be. When you see other people where you want to be and it pisses you off, manifest to be where they are and higher. Stop manifesting to bring them down. That's not going to do anything. If you're going to stay where you are cuz you're not manifesting, but you're going to manifest to bring somebody down, does that make any fucking sense? You're still going to be poor, you're still going to be stupid, you're still going to be ugly. And I'm being as nice as I possibly can. You're still going to be incompetent, lazy, a fucking moron. Like, really think about it. Why would you not look at somebody and you look at them like they're on a pedestal, right? But you're looking at them with jealous eyes, envious eyes. You're like, well, why can't I fucking have that? Instead of trying to take away what they have, build your fucking own. You lazy motherfuckers. I am just so sick of stupid fucking lazy people. It is absolutely astounding to me that in the year 2026, when you literally have the world at your feet and you could do whatever you want and make yourself 1,000 times over into something great and amazing, you can be whoever the fuck you want. It's in the palm of your hand. You own that. You create that. But you're going to decide to take away somebody else's abundance and sit on your fat fucking ass and laugh about it? And you don't think You don't think that when you do that, that you're taking from God, the divine, the angels, not only their ancestors, but your motherfucking ancestors, your motherfucking loved ones, dearly departed loved ones? You don't think they're looking at you kind of funny, kind of side eye? Unfucking believable is what it is. Yeah, he said in the reading, he says when you're taking away from this person, you're taking away from God. And the people in his reading, it was like a group of people, I think, cult, whatever, too fucking dumb to realize it. And then when they do realize it, you can't take that shit back. It's too late. You waited too long. Here comes your fucking karma. And then you want to act like, oh, we gotta try and dodge this karma. We gotta send it back to the person that, we fucked over originally, or maybe we can send it to somebody else. That shit catches up with you. And if it doesn't catch up with you, it catches up with your kids and your kids' kids and your grandparents and your mom and dad and your sister and your uncle and your fucking neighbor. People are so fucking dumb. So fucking dumb. It's unbelievable to me. And this is why I tell you guys all the time. Last year, I manifested, I did one spell to try and keep somebody stuck. I will never do it again. Never, ever will I do that again. Why? Because that shit backfired on me like tenfold. That, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. That shit bounced back on me tenfold. And I'm probably technically still experiencing it. I feel like it's starting to wind down finally. I feel like the whole situation is starting to finally, at least for me on my end, like I feel like it's starting to finally like weave its way out of my life because I have so much other things going on. I always do, but I think it's finally like mentally and emotionally starting to leave me, which I'm grateful and thankful for. But I'm telling you, I will never fucking do that ever again. Ever. Ever. It was like the worst thing I could have fucking done. Can you imagine somebody out there? Can you imagine this king in the reverse and this novice in the reverse sending spell after spell after spell after spell, evil eye after evil eye? And when that shit hits, when that bounces back, it will. You send out 100. I sent out one little fucking spell that I tried to take back, that I tried to retract. You're telling me that two people that send out like 100 fucking spells, they don't think that shit's gonna bounce back on them? Their kids, their family? They don't think they're gonna lose their homes, their money, their abundance? They don't think they're gonna lose their jobs? They don't think they're gonna fall out of love with their loved ones? They don't think they're gonna fall out of love with their hobbies? They don't think that they're gonna become a walking shell of a once human being? Really think about it. People are so unbelievably fucking dumb. So unbelievably fucking ungrateful for what they have. Because really, in reality, and I've said this how many times, you should wake up every morning with the intention to be better and do better. You should wake up every morning with the intention to live an honest life, to manifest for yourself, to not take away from others. How fucking hard is it? How fucking hard is it to keep to yourself? How fucking hard is it to look at somebody and see all the amazing things that they have going on for them, and you can't just wish them well and move on and know that you are living your life. You are manifesting for yourself. You are working towards your dreams, your goals. And that one day you too will step into your power. I don't get it. I don't get it. Here I am out here living my life, doing my thing. Somebody tells me, like, oh, my nephew's getting married. I love that. That's awesome. Where can I send a gift? Somebody tells me, oh, my uncle just bought his third house. He's a billionaire. Awesome. That is awesome. Can I come to the housewarming party? Can I bring him a gift? Can I bring him a case of beer? Like, people literally will hate on every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. Miserable fucking, not even human beings, as far as I'm concerned. Competitive motherfuckers. For what? For what? The only person you should be competing against is yourself. For yourself. You can't compete against another person. Don't even try. That shit always fails. Really think about that. Unbelievable. I think part of whatever the secret is that rant over. Part of whatever this secret is that this king and this novice have in reverse, part of the secret is that they're working together, first and foremost. I don't think that this lover would think or know that they're working together. And probably have been for quite some time. But they have other secrets. There's other secrets. There's nothing out here to suggest like intuitiveness or psychic ability or anything like that. But whoever this lover is, I mean, they could already have an idea. If they know who the king is, they know who the novice is, they could already have an idea. And like I said, the divine knows. The guardians are here. The guardians card is here. The lover is protected. I mean, that's why this lover is able to balance themselves and adapt quickly to life, and they leave a pretty peaceful existence for the most part, right? I mean, everybody's human, so everybody has their moments. The king, the novice, one of them, because I'm looking at this Swift card. And I'm looking at the secret, right? Now, every card basically has one cat on it. But for some reason, I'm looking at the Swift card and I was just thinking, like, one of them's going to walk alone or one of them's going to stand alone. And what I think is being meant by that, either the king or the novice is probably going to come forward with some information. Like, they might go to this lover and spill some type of secret, or even put it out there, like if they have mutual friends, family, coworkers, stuff like that, neighbors, whatever, they could put some information out about their union, their friendship, whatever, with the other person. Kind of like bait to kind of reel the lover in a little bit. Like, oh, I have some information for you. It's funny because you guys, if you follow, you subscribe, you guys know the guy I was in love with last year, the two friends that I had the falling out with because they just were not friends. And I've had it play out in my head many times, one of them coming forward to say something, one of them coming forward to spill the beans. And I always have it in my head that, like, I'm literally just going to look at them with, like, a blank face and then be like, okay, anything else? Because here's the thing, y'all. At this point, does it really even matter? Like, whatever I were to learn about the situation over a year later, does it matter? What's it going to change? Nothing. Everything is the way it is. Everything played out the way it was supposed to play out. And I wholeheartedly believe in that. I honestly think in my situation, he was brought into my life because I was supposed to not be friends with those two women probably a long time before. And I had gotten little nudges here and there, like, why are you giving to these two women? Like, stop it. Like, don't even, like, they're not worth it. And it's not to discount them, you know, entirely, but at the end of the day, after everything that did happen, and I found out since then, like, they really aren't worth it. They really were not worth it for me. And I think he was literally brought into my life to test those two women, and they failed the test. And I watched everything play out. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a part of this shit. I'm not going to have anything to do with you. I'm not going to be friends with you. And then in February, whatever, the last one, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. Like, I'm good. We haven't talked in weeks, months. Like, it's okay. It's fine. And I walked away from that whole fucking thing. And I have absolutely no regrets. None. And I've said this before. I usually give people like 2, 3 chances and then I'm gone. And I feel like I gave them each of them a sufficient amount of chances. And when I stood back and I looked at the situation as a whole, I was like, nope, we're good here. I'm good here. I'm going to walk away. And even though a part of me was heartbroken for all 3 relationships lost, okay, because I was friends with the guy before I fell in love with him. I was friends with the 2 women. It was a lesson. It was a lesson. I will say this, that probably the last 2 months, I've literally just realized, you can call me crazy all you want, I pretty much can't trust one fucking person in my life other than maybe my father. Maybe. Maybe. Not one fucking person. And some other friends that I have, the friend that I haven't talked to since my birthday because we had the falling out about the umbrellas. Um, my one good friend at work, I don't really talk to her that much either. And here's the thing, I will never, ever again tell them anything personal. Ever. None of them. Absolutely not. None of them. My friend from work that's coming tonight to box, I'm never going to tell her anything personal ever again. Ever. None of these women, none of these people have any right to know what I have going on in my life. None. Because at the end of the day, every time I tell somebody something, there's jealousy there, there's competition there, there's snarkiness, there's trying to justify the need to get me to not do something, to not invest in something, or to not invest in someone. And it just gets to the point where you realize you are literally surrounded by jealous motherfuckers all day long. And here's the other thing that I'm going to tell you guys. For all the things that I've accomplished in the last 3 to 4 years, for all the things that I've done for myself, they are not anything that anybody else couldn't go out there and fucking do for themselves. So when people look at the things that I've done, the things that I've accomplished, and they get an attitude about it, honey, if you want to write a book, go write a book. If you want to learn how to box, go learn how to box. If you want to save $10,000 to go to Italy, save $10,000 to go to Italy. There is nothing to stop any human being on this planet from doing what they want to do. The thing is they don't want to do anything. That's the truth. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to put in any effort, time, or money. But when they see somebody else doing it, when they see somebody else investing in themselves, willing to work overtime at work, willing to save money, willing to sacrifice in other areas of their life to grow in certain areas of their life, that pisses them the fuck off because they don't know where that drive comes from. How are you so guided? Why are you so driven? Why do you keep moving when we keep knocking you down? And it goes back to my original point that I said earlier. You can't take down what is of God. You can try, but you can't. This king in reverse, this novice in reverse, they're of God. They could turn this shit around if they wanted to. But do they? Right? Stupidity, ignorance. There's a lot of lazy people out there. A lot of people that don't want to heal, that don't want to enlighten themselves. They want to stay exactly where they are. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You have every right to live your life the way you want to live it. But when you see somebody rising, when you see somebody healing, when you see somebody working towards their dreams and their goals and you hate on it, I'm going to call motherfucker. Every day, all day, I'm going to call you a motherfucker. Because that's just some hateful, bitter ass shit. And that must be fucking horrible to live like that. I can't imagine, because I don't live like that. I don't live like that. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday. I think that's it for me in the readings. I could possibly get on later and do a tarot, but I'm not going to commit to anything. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Tomorrow, back to normal, which, I mean, today was normal, but, whatever. Hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.